Hello, I'm Pastor Emily Edenfield, and I'm an assistant to the bishop in the ELCA South Carolina Synod. This is Lutheran Frequently Asked Questions, or F.A.Q, and today's F.A.Q is, why are the Ten Commandments so important? The Ten Commandments are one of the things that people who aren't Christian or Jewish know about the Bible. Christians have put them everywhere. People may not be able to name the Ten Commandments, but they know that they're important somehow. But why? Of the 612 commandments in the Hebrew Bible, why do these 10 get so much attention? For the simplest answer to this, we have to go back to the story. Picture it, the wilderness near Mount Sinai. The Israelites are camped there 3 months after their escape from slavery in Egypt. The mountain is shrouded in smoke, and the people have consecrated themselves for being this close to God. Moses and Aaron, their leaders, are set to go up the mountain and speak with the Lord, but before they do, God's voice echoes out from the cloud. Everyone hears God speak the Ten Commandments. The people were terrified. And they said to Moses, "You speak to us and we will listen. Do not let God speak to us, or we will die." The people were so scared that these are the only words that God spoke directly to the whole nation of Israel. These are the words we heard in God's voice, not translated through human voices. These are important. All of the other laws and regulations can be seen as explanations. They're the details of how we go about keeping the Big Ten. Now, just because we know that there are 10 commandments doesn't mean that the church has always numbered them the same way. There are charts and such available online or on page 154 of your Lutheran Study Bible, but here's the short version. Lutherans number the commandments like the Roman Catholic and Eastern Orthodox churches do because of our Roman Catholic roots. Martin Luther was a monk at one point, after all. Other Reformed, Anglican, and Protestant traditions number them differently. This is why the poster you might see in the children's Sunday school hallway is numbered differently sometimes from the small catechism. Don't let that bother you too much. God didn't number them either, so as long as you've got all the content, it's all good. Now, I love the start of God's speech here. Listen to this from Exodus 20. "I am the Lord your God who brought you out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of slavery." God doesn't start with, "Now listen up, puny mortals. I, the Almighty One, have decided that you must do these things in order to keep me from smiting you out of existence." God starts by telling the people his name and what he's already done for them. The relationship doesn't start with rules and fear. The relationship between God and the Israelites starts with trust and freedom. Once the people are free from slavery, free to make decisions about their own lives, God is going to teach them what is good. God is going to show them the way to really live. And it happens that these same rules, guidelines, teachings, words are good for everyone. More than 5,000 years later, these are meaningful for us. And more than 5,000 years later, God continues to reach out to us with love, invite us to trust, and show us what true freedom looks like. Now, each of these commandments, like most verses in the Bible, could be its own sermon. They take a lifetime to learn and live, as simple as they are. For example, if we don't have any household idols, that's a good thing. But how can we make sure that we're not valuing money or family or football over God? Or, not murdering anyone, definitely a win. But how far does that go? Are we responsible for the low standard of living for the people who make clothes that we buy? Are we guilty when unhoused people die because they don't have medical care or heat? Can we keep the Sabbath holy on days that aren't Sunday? There's lots of thought and prayer and conversation to be had here. In 2017, Lutherans around the world celebrated the 500th anniversary of the start of the Reformation. One of the ways that the ELCA marked this momentous occasion was by going back to basics. Bishop Elizabeth Eaton, our presiding bishop, recorded a series of videos teaching the 10 Commandments from Martin Luther's Small Catechism. I am not going to pretend that I can teach better than the presiding bishop can, but I can tell you that her videos are shorter than mine tend to be. On the South Carolina Synod YouTube channel, you'll find a playlist of Bishop Eaton's teaching videos about the 10 Commandments. We're going to make handouts for each commandment with additional questions for your conversation. Those will be linked in the description to this video and our wrap-up video. You can watch everything all at once, or pace yourself and study a commandment or two at a time, whichever works better for you. You might want to have a copy of the Small Catechism available while you watch. You can find the Catechism as a free app from Augsburg Fortress on your phone, or on page 1160 of Evangelical Lutheran Worship, or in booklets at your local Lutheran congregation. I hope your conversation is fruitful and leads to good questions and good answers. I also hope you'll continue the discussion when you email me or comment below with your questions and insights. You can keep up with other F.A.Q by subscribing to the South Carolina Synod YouTube channel as well. You'll also find a handout to continue your thoughts and discussion in the comments below. I look forward to being with you again soon. Until then, keep asking good questions and peace be with you.